Hello, bro.
Hi, Roy.
How are you doing?
I'm great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, Roy.
Hello, dear audience. Today we are going to find out how is life in Estonia. And to find out that, we are going to talk to a recent graduate student and he will be explaining how is the life for international students in Estonia. Could you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you, Roy. Thank you once more for inviting me to your platform to talk about international students' life in Estonia. Actually, my name is Henry Kumamukong. I am from Cameroon and I am currently working and living in Estonia. I am a recent graduate from EUAS, the Estonian Entrepreneurship University of Applied Sciences. I have an MBA in International Business Administration.
If you would just say, why did you choose Estonia, please?
Actually, Roy, I had always wished to become a professional businessman, and in my quest to develop my career in business, I had always been carrying out research, trying to find out where it's possible and where it's better for me to carry out these studies and become more professional. But as time went on, I studied banking and finance at my undergraduate level in the university in Cameroon, and after that I worked for 3 years in some companies in my country. And in the quest of developing my career in business, I realized that business cannot be properly done in the current day situation without beefing up business skills with information technology. So in my quest to get where I will get these proper studies blended with information technology, I found out that Estonia in 2019 was recorded as the best country in the world for digital life. And in 2017, it was recorded as the country with the highest number of startups. That means Estonia is more business oriented in both studies and practice. So in that light, I decided to do more research about Estonia and about this current program I am from studying. And I found out that this program is actually very cheap in Estonia compared to other European countries. So that's how I found myself in Estonia. Thank you.
Great. Since you are living in Estonia, how do you feel as an international student in Estonia?
Actually, I would say I feel very much at home because since I came to Estonia, I realized that Estonia is a country that welcomes international students, people from all sorts of backgrounds. I say I feel at home because I have a community here. I am a Catholic Christian and we have a church here. I go there and I meet people from different backgrounds in church and we practice the same things that I've done in my home country. So Estonia is very welcoming and I feel very much safe and comfortable here.
Do you like the weather in Estonia though?
The weather in Estonia is very much different from where I'm coming from. So right now I have adapted because I've been here for up to 2 years. But when I just came, it wasn't easy. I felt like running back to my country. So right now I've adapted and I'm very much comfortable. I know what to put on at each point in time based on the weather. And we have one good thing is that we have weather forecasters that we have on our phones. You get to know the temperatures in the days ahead. You know how to prepare yourself and everything. Life goes back normal.
As you have finished your graduation from UAS, what was your experience about the university?
Actually, I will start by telling you, EUAS is situated in Tallinn, which is the capital city of Estonia. And Tallinn is noted as the Silicon Valley of Europe. Yeah. So talking about the university in particular, I would like to tell you my experience was mind-blowing because actually the university is composed of a very qualified administrative and teaching staff that provides solutions to every business problem. During our studies, we had to deal with current business situations and forecasting the future. And we had simulations. We had so many programs that really built our capacity to answer that responsibility as a businessman if we are called for any consultancy issue or any issue related to business. So what I'll tell you about the school is that most of the teachers in this school, they all have at least 10 years of practical working experience. And we know MBA is more of practical studies than MSc. So I can confidently tell you that right now I am prepared, I am fully equipped with all what is required to face the business world, both practically and theoretically. So concerning admissions into EUAS, it's very simple. You get to their website, you fill in the application form and you attach the accompanying documents required of you. There is no application fee. That's very important. And after you've submitted your application, if you are considered, you have to answer to a video interview through Skype, where they are going to ascertain your expectations about what you are coming to study. They'll want to know why you choose this university and what you expect from them. From there, they'll ascertain your level and know exactly if you're fit or not. Yeah. So the university is very easy to access, and I want to assure you once more, studying in this university is ideal. Yeah. For any business-oriented person, any person who wants to become a business professional tomorrow. Yeah, in continuation to what I was saying, notes should be taken that this university, they pay particular attention to international students, taking into cognizance the fact that we are coming from different backgrounds, we are new in Estonia, so there is this orientation program usually organized by the university to integrate international students. So I'll be happy to tell you that the administrative staff has always been there to ensure that these international students feel at home. They will give you orientation, they will tell you all about Estonia, about Tallinn. You need to know the transport system and all whatnot. Not forgetting the fact that you'll be advised to get a personal doctor, meaning that your health is guaranteed, your health is sure. And secondly, there is this peculiar thing about the university. There is a low teacher to student ratio, meaning that very few students are placed at the disposal of a teacher to teach them, meaning if any student with any peculiar problem, he's being looked into detailedly. So it gives you a higher possibility of grabbing the lessons that are being taught during the day and during the program. That's a very important fact we shouldn't leave out.
Could you tell us something about the program you have studied and the way it was taught, please?
I started from the beginning of this interview. I studied and I have an MBA, Masters in Business Administration, specializing in International Business Administration. And as I said, the teachers are carefully selected for this program because they have a very solid professional and practical background. Not forgetting the fact that they are so strong in their pedagogic skills. That's how they transmit information or knowledge to the learners. Yeah, that was a very key point that I noted. And the most interesting courses that I will not forget to mention each time I talk about this MBA program had to do with business simulations and constructing or building prototypes about real business world situations. Meaning that in a small classroom, you feel like you are out there, you are already practicalizing what you've studied, you're already doing business, real world business. Yeah. So as I can say, it's really, really strong, it's really mind-blowing, it's good. Yeah.
Did you have to do any business plan on your study period?
Actually, we did. Those are some of the things that done in almost all business courses all over the world. That's why I didn't mention it. I didn't really take it so specific. But talking about these business simulations and constructing prototypes, it's something that's new to me, and I really felt like I was doing real business already.
So you're saying like the way this university was teaching, it was like more practical based.
Correct. Which suits all what MBA should be about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can tell you confidently right now that I can propose good solutions to current business problems and problems that might arise within the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I give this time frame 5 years because things do evolve, and after 5 years the whole trend might change.
Could you tell us some positive things you have experienced in Estonia during your staying, please?
Yeah, Estonia is green. So much beautiful flowers and well-organized parks where you can grab a feel of nature. By the time you feel tired, you feel stressed up, you just go around the parks and you experience nature, you breathe the clean air. First, we should note, Estonia is noted for very low rate of pollution, meaning that the quality of air and water we consume in Estonia is safe. We are sure of good health. And not forgetting the fact that Estonia is small and quiet with just 1.3 million people as per the population statistics. And you are sure of your personal space, which is something I actually admire. No rowdiness around you, nor your dwelling. So you're sure of having a very quiet life, enough time to think, enough time to reflect, and move on with your life. I will also want to say that Estonia is safe. You are sure of no harassment, no attacks anyhow, because all the streets have street lights, well lit around the clock, and we have street cameras, which are on around the clock, to monitor situations and attend to them immediately. Notwithstanding, Estonia is digital. That is something I hold in high esteem because it's among the few countries in the world where elections are done electronically, and you can sign documents electronically. You no longer have a need for a pen and paper and things. So we have means of signing papers or documents electronically, and the conditions of creating or establishing a business institution in Estonia is very easy and straightforward. You do it within few minutes online, and everything is registered, and you start running your business. You don't need to go through any administrative bottlenecks. You don't need to hold any documents to any office. You just sit in your room, and in a few minutes, your business is established. And this to happen, Estonia has also ensured a super fast internet network. So there is never a day you hear a complaint of internet seizure or slow internet connectivity. So we are very sure Estonia is good and it's accommodating for anyone who wants to study, who wants to establish a business, who want to come here to work and live. So actually that is the case. And with the case of security, Estonia pays attention to human life, meaning that with a call to either the police, the ambulance, or whatever service that needs urgent, that you need urgent assistance or urgent attention to, you get them at your doorstep at the speed of light.
Could you tell us some negative aspects you have experienced in Estonia, please?
Yes, Roy, I will start as every other African will tell you that Estonia's climate is not friendly. Yeah, the weather in Estonia is not friendly at all because during winter it's really very cold and we experience temperatures that we have never experienced before. Most Africans will tell you it's their first time to see a whole sea getting frozen. Yeah, so you can imagine the cold during that period. And even though I will applaud the school once more for the fact that during my interview for admissions, the head of curriculum who interviewed me already mentioned of that Henry, before you come to Estonia, please get enough warm clothing because the temperatures here are very different from yours in your country. And I will not end on this weather issue without talking about a popular saying in Estonia that says that there is no bad weather, we do not have the right clothing. Yes. So actually, the aspect of the weather, we shouldn't conclude that it is bad. Instead, you should look into the kind of clothing you put on during those respective periods. During summer, we have warm temperatures like in Africa, and you can go out with t-shirts and everything is good. And the good thing about the weather, the winter cold issue is that every house is well heated up with heaters. So we have heaters in every home. It's a necessity in Estonia. No home can be inhabited without heater. But if you have to step out, like going to the mall or getting to visit someone, you have to dress yourself in very thick clothing to the brim, right up there. Right. So one other negative thing I want to talk about, not really like something very negative, but something lacking, especially with us foreigners that come here. We miss our traditional meals. Yeah, we don't have them here, and even when we have, they are very, very expensive because the shops that do sell them, they have to import and preserve and things like that, which cost them a lot too. So it's really, really scarce for us to get access to our traditional meals. Yeah, the kind of fish we eat in our places and the kind of meals and things. Yeah, so it is actually very difficult for us.
Did you find any difficulties to find an apartment or rent an apartment in Estonia?
Talking about accommodation, this aspect of finding an apartment, it's not difficult as per se, but worrisome part of it is that your initial payment is going to be 3 times your monthly rent. Why? Because you have to pay an agent fee and then you have to pay a caution fee before you pay your 1 month rent. So all of that put together, let's say for example, your accommodation costs 400 euros a month. It means 400 times 3. Your first deposit should be 1,200 euros, which is actually not easy to finance at any one point in time. Yeah.
Could you tell us about the living expenses in Estonia from your perception for international students, please?
I've been here for 2 years and I visited other European countries, so I can vividly tell you that the cost of living in Estonia is relatively low, except for accommodation and utility bills, because those ones, they are not as low as we may say, but they are still quite affordable. Secondly, I would like to mention one peculiar thing that is the Estonian government has done, which is very, very motivating, very encouraging for people who want to come to Estonia. The public transport system in Estonia is absolutely free, meaning that with the multiple buses and trams that they have to convey you from one point to another at any point in time, you just need to know when the tram is arriving at a station or the bus is arriving at the bus stop, and you go there with your transport card, you step into the bus and you swipe your card and you're gone. You don't pay anything. So public transport in Estonia is completely free. except you want to hire a taxi. That's where you have to pay. Yeah. Talking about accessibility to other things like grocery shops, schools. I mean, Tallinn is well interlinked, and we have so many grocery shops littered everywhere with affordable prices. So we can easily get access to these places and get whatever we want. So actually, that's what I can tell you about the cost of living. Compared to other countries, Estonia is relatively low.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think Estonia is good for international students, and why?
Absolutely, Roy. I'll tell you, Estonia is ideal for international students. First and foremost, in Estonia, students have the opportunity of working and schooling full-time. That's not like you're working part-time while schooling. You can work full-time while schooling. That's the very first thing we should take note of, because so many students will have to fund their education themselves. So giving them this access to work full-time while studying is a plus to the country, and it's going to motivate or encourage so many international students. Secondly, being an ever-growing digital country, Estonia exposes its students to a range of opportunities worldwide. Yeah, because the world is now getting digital as the days go by. So if you have a degree or a certificate that is backed by IT or is backed by digital studies, you are sure of easily inserting yourself in any community, actually growing in that community. Yeah, working and studying everywhere in the world. And we should not also forget the fact that the certificates offered in Estonia have a world recognition, meaning the accreditation is really, really of standard. So that notwithstanding, Estonia is ideal for international students. One other thing I would like to mention is the possibility of interacting with students from other backgrounds, learning about other cultures, and learning about how to do business there. Yeah. So the multicultural learning environment makes it possible for you to know how to operate a business or other activities in other countries. For example, like as I'm speaking to you right now, from the perspective of a graduate MBA student, I can tell you above average what it takes to establish and run a business in India, Canada, USA, and Bangladesh, why not Turkey? Yeah, because I've learned really much about their economies and what it takes to run a business there, and I've had people who are from these areas, classmates and other mentors, who have actually taught us practically what it takes to operate and run a business in these countries. So it's more of a global thing. Studying and obtaining a certificate in Estonia, I want to assure you, you have gone the world round in one place. Yeah, you don't need to go there to study to know what it contains. Yeah, yeah. But in Estonia, in Tallinn, in EUAS, you are sure of getting accurate knowledge about other countries and what it takes to operate a business and other cultural activities that operate in these areas.
Could you tell us the differences between Estonia and Cameroon from your own perspective, please?
Yeah, these are two different countries with two different economies, social and cultural backgrounds. So there is bound to be differences between these two countries. But I'll limit myself to talk about things that are more related to my area of specialization. In regards to establishing a business in my country, you have to go through administrative and paperwork. Meanwhile, in Estonia, with just a few minutes on your laptop with the internet connection, you have established a company. Yeah. And secondly, the voting system in Estonia is done digitally, while in my country it's done manually. One thing that I'm proud of to say about my country is that we are now able to declare taxes online. Our tax system has gone so advanced that we can do tax declaration. You do the tax declaration yourself personally, and you do your payments. You do your declarations online, and then you go to the bank and effect your payment, or you do the payment online as well. The need can only arise if there is a need for an audit, meaning that the tax department feels like maybe you have wrongly declared your taxes, then an audit team will be sent to your institution. Apart from that, you will never get to meet them face to face. Yeah, everything will be done online. Lastly, what I want to say is about a similarity with regards to vegetation. Cameroon is equally green as Estonia, and we have a vast forest. I learned that Estonia exports a lot of wood, but I want to assure you that the wood you see in Cameroon triples the one you see in Estonia. Yeah, so those are some similarities that we have with Estonia. So actually, as I said, economies or countries with different economic, cultural and social backgrounds, we always have differences, as per se. We know that Estonia is really advanced in technology and advanced in its way of doing things, but Cameroon is gradually getting there. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
It was my pleasure being on your podcast. I'll always welcome interviews like this so that we get people sensitized about what's actually going on in Estonia and especially with student life in Estonia.
Thank you so much for listening us and watch this video. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe our channel, and if you have any other question, you can make a comment and ask there. Thank you.